Daddy, good afternoon, sir.
Hi, good afternoon. Yeah, God bless you. Have a seat.
Thank you, sir. Daddy, sorry I should have called before coming, but I tried calling you, of course, but your number was kind of busy. So I said, let me just try, and by the grace of God, here we are.
Okay.
Yes, sir. How is Emeka, your son?
Wow. You know Emeka?
Yes. Yeah, we all, I believe, grew up together before he traveled out.
Wow, so nice of you. Your face,
My name is Kenneth, the only child of late Deaconess Ifoma. I'm from Ahiazu, the one in Ahiazu.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, you remember Deaconess? Yeah. She was very, very committed sister in the Lord. It's so pity that we lost her. But we hope that she's in the right place with God.
So, based on the impacts and the lives you've touched, I was led to bring a small token to you, at least as a vote of thanks.
No. You shouldn't have bought her.
Daddy, that's the little I can do. That's the little I can offer. So please accept it from me.
Hi, Jesus Christ.
Can you come over to the side? Don't waste my time!
No.
Get on your knees. When I was growing up as a child, I used to come to the church with my mom. I can really remember that my mom mostly stabbed me just for her to give church offerings, tithe, and make donations in the church. I do used to remember my mom making sure that she doesn't owe any dime in the church, that she couldn't reap the fruits of her labor. When my mom was ill, I brought her to your hospital. She was rejected because she couldn't be able to afford the hospital bills. When she came calling you on phone because of I was asked out from the school because I can't even foot the school bill, I told my mom to put me in a government school that is not among your actors. And here you are telling me she's such a dedicated woman. I have a question for you. That is in Christ. Based on my research, I found out you're one of the richest pastors to be known. My question goes this way. All this money you're gathering, all these your private jets, fleets of cars, who are you keeping it for? Are you keeping it for Emeka, your son, who is studying in Canada? Or Ngozi, your daughter, who is in UK probably studying law? Which of them are you keeping the money for? Or you wish to meet God with them? Answer me!
You know the dog? My son.
Eh? What did you call me?
Sir.
One more word from you, I promise you. I will pull your wife's call before you.
You get my beg, Abi. You know they tell him that when they fuck up. You know they tell him, Abi.
I've been talking to you, but still I should shut up.
I love this. So your wife was actually telling you the truth. Sounds interesting. Okay, not to waste much of your time on my own time too. As you can see, I'm a busy person. I want us to go to a place in the Bible. I know you have a Bible with you already.
Yes, I have my Bible.
Give it to you. I know it will surprise you that a sinner like me also read the Bible. Get me the book of Acts of Apostles, chapter 2, verse 43. And please make sure you read that. Be fast!
And fear came upon every soul. And many
Speak up, I know they hear you.
all that believed were together and had all things common.
Keep going, woman, until I say stop.
And sold their possessions and goods, and parted them to all men, as every man had needed. All they continued daily with one accord in the temple, and breaking bread from house to house, did eat their meat with gladness and sinlessness of heart, praising God and having favor with all the people. And
Stop. Now get me a passage, Deuteronomy chapter 26, verse 12. Are you there?
Yes.
Give it to Daddy. It's meant for him. And make sure you read out.
You on the book.
Says the Lord, when thou hast made an end of tithing all the tithes of thine, increase in the third year, which is the year of tithing, and has given it unto the Levites, the stranger, the fatherless, and the widow, that they may eat within thy gates and be filled.
Thank you. I love this passage of the Bible. This place interests me so much. Now I want to ask you one little question. Why is it you men of God never preach these places in the church? How come you guys deleted this place so soon that you no longer talk about this? The tithe is meant for the poor. The tithe is meant for the widowers, the fatherless. But these days, the tithe is meant for the pastor, the wife, and the kids. Now, Pastor, I want to ask you something. I know how much a private jet is cost. You have 3 of it. With fleets of cars that cost hundreds of millions. One private jet of yours can change the life of almost all your members. Some of the members in your church has no roof over their heads. Some of them can't even go to good and proper schools. Some of them can't even eat 1 square meal a day. Some can't even clothe. Some can't take care of their hospital bills, and they die at the cost of that. And you live flirting with people's money. The poor contribute money for the schools and the hospitals while the rich attend them. What kind of people are you guys? Where have you sold your soul?
I'm sorry, my son.
You will be sorry in hell.
I was misled. By reading this, my mentor did not even taught me this side. I was misled by this new generation doctrine of wealth, forgetting the mission we are sent here to take care of the less privileged, the poor. Look at it, I read it by myself. I've not read this chapter, to be frank. I was misled. I'm sorry.
That's interesting.
But if you can permit me, with this knowledge you are giving to me now, I will make amends to do the rightful things to the less privileged as the Bible commanded. Please, my son.
I'm sorry, Daddy.
Please, I'm sorry.
Listen.
I'm sorry. Please.
There is one thing about me. Before I got to your house, I made series of prayer, asking God why men like you still lives. Why can't he kill you guys? Do you know what he said to me? He said, no, son, I don't kill. And I found that that's the reason you all have been defrauding people with God's name. Because they've been thinking, if these people actually are not doing the mind of God, God would have taken their life. But to their own tiny knowledge, they forgot that God doesn't kill. And God doesn't partake in the offerings and the tithes. That is being handed over to you guys so you could do the needful. Before coming to this place, I think I told God something. I will become his judgment on earth. I would have loved to forgive you, but in my dictionary, there is no forgiveness for men like you.
Please, my son, I promise to make amends.
You see they call him your son?
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Please. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
You will plead in hell. I see. Have a seat.
Stand up.
Get on that seat!
Hey! Move over.
See, you're good now. Mommy Gio. Look at how fresh you're looking. It's good what millions. Look at you. Feeding on church's money. Feeding with the money for the poor. Look at you. Daddy Gio. See now. In the way of us.
He's Gilton. I'm boy.
Relax now.
Where they carry people, mommy.
That's,
Sorry.
I won't kill you. I won't. Nice haircut. Nice beard.
Please put it down, please.
I won't kill you.
Please.
Hi viewers, my name is Mr. Green. You know, the stories you see I portray, or the characters I portray on TVs, on air, is not like it's me, but I'm just trying to pass a message across to the audience out there, to the viewers out there, so you can get to understand where we're coming from or where I'm coming from. If you look at what's happening today, if you watch the two things that are controlling the world today is the church and the government. You understand? And if you come at those days, the church always speak for the poor. And that is where the poor runs into and get sheltered or covered and get justice. But today what's happening is no longer encouraging. I'm not against the tithes, the offerings, and making pledge in the church or trying to support the work of God. No. But I'm only trying to say let it be used for what it's meant for. If you go to the Bible, according to the book of Acts of Apostles, chapter 2, verse 44. You will realize where the Bible is saying how the disciples share their things among themselves. Those that doesn't have benefit from those that have. They have to sell the property to make sure those that couldn't feed will be able to feed. And the same, another place that back the same place up is the Deuteronomy chapter 26, verse 12. Equally said something. Those days you find that the Levites have nothing to eat or they have no works at all. So the offerings, tithes, and donations that were made then was meant to them. And God instructed them as well. These things should be used for them to feed, take care of themselves, and take care of the less privileged, the poor, the weak, the fatherless, and the widows. Now, coming to what is happening in our era today, you find that you come to so many churches, none is exempted. I'm not trying to justify any particular denomination. No, I'm talking church in general. You find that you will see a pastor having fleet of cars that worth millions of hundreds of millions of naira. And you see a pastor driving one, two private jets and all that, building like too many things, and their children schooling and studying abroad. Wherever you come to those church, you find that if they reach there, if you want to start counting, the rich there can be only few. But the poor, there are thousands in them to be start or to start counting there. Many of them who are poor. Some of them can even eat one square meal a day or have a shelter over their head or a roof over their head. Some of them can't even attend a proper school or a proper medical attention. They don't have any. What is the church doing? Like a pastor will come and tell you, you don't know what I've been doing. I've been helping many. Like, no. Listen, we call ourselves Christ-like, and that's Christians. You have to follow the footsteps of Christ. And if you watch what is happening, you find it hard to see any of the pastors preaching this particular place in the Bible, in the church, preaching this particular place, like Acts of the Apostle, chapter 2, verse 44, Deuteronomy chapter 26, verse 12. But they only speak about Malachi, where God said, bring your tithes and offerings and all that. So the church will be filled and all that. So the church will be filled so the poor could be able to eat and have where to run to. So what am I trying to say is this? If a pastor can only sell one of his private jets, is enough to elevate poverty from the church. So it's a message to try to tell them, if you want to follow Christ or become a shepherd, you must learn how to feed your sheep. Thank you.